With a warning glance, her mother stepped into the corridor looking for a serving girl and clean cloths. Jane tried the first few notes of "Summer is a-comin' in," but they caught in her throat. She gazed at Soleil, helpless. "I can't even do that right." "Don't worry. I just like having my little sister here." Soleil stretched out her hand and Jane grabbed it. She looked down at their clasped fingers. Soleil's were slender and white, tapering and delicate. Like the rest of her, they were everything a woman should be. Beautiful, graceful, deft, accommodating. Everything that Jane was not. Her own hands were blunt and square. The short, stubby fingers were free of the smell of dirt and horses, only because the midwife had insisted they bring clean hands into the birthing room. Her grip on Soleil's fingers tightened. "Are you all right?" "The pain is bearable," she said with a slight smile. "But I think you'll have to greet your future husband without me." Husband. A stranger to whom she would have to surrender her life. She had forgotten he was to arrive within the month. She had tried to forget. "I don't want to marry." A husband would expect her to be like Soleil or her mother, to know all those things that were more foreign to her than Latin. Soleil squeezed her hand in sympathy. "I know, but you're 17. It's time, past time." Jane felt a pout hover on her mouth. Soleil reached over to pinch Jane's lower lip. "Look at you. The popinjay could perch on that lip." She sighed. "At least meet the man. Justin has told him you're different." She was different. "Does he know that I want to travel the world, and that I read Latin?" Soleil's smile wavered. "He's a merchant, and so you may be able to do things a noble's wife could not. Besides, those things may not be so important to you soon." "You said that before." As if marriage would turn her into a strange, unrecognisable creature. "If you don't like him, we won't force you. I promise. Justin and I just want you to be as happy as we are." Jane pressed Soleil's hand against her cheek. "I know. Impossible wish. She would never be anything like her beautiful sister, who tried to understand her, but never really did." Soleil slipped her hand away and tugged on Jane's short blonde hair. "But I do wish you hadn't cut your hair. Men admire long, fair curls, and you—" Her face stiffened, eyes wide, she looked down. "Something's coming. It's all wet down there." Jane sat motionless for a moment. Then she ran to the door and flung the dark curtain aside. "Mother!" Her mother, the yawning midwife, and a servant carrying linen had just reached the top of the stairs. They ran the last few steps into the room. The midwife put a hand on Soleil's brow. "How many pains did she have while I was gone?" Jane looked down at the bed, ashamed to meet her eyes. Jane's job had been to count. "I don't know." The midwife threw back the covers. The bed was soaked with more water than the cup could hold. And it was red. "Mother!" She could barely get the word out. "Look!" It was less a word than a shriek. "Look!" Gower squawked from the corner. "Look!" He flapped his wings, reaching the limit of the leg chain as he tried to fly. "I can see, Jane." Her eyes held a warning. Soleil's eyes widened. "Mother, what's happening?" Shh, all is well." Her mother patted Soleil and kissed her forehead. Jane backed away from the bed, helpless. How did her mother stay calm and comforting? How did she know what to do? Any minute her sister might die, while Jane, useless, could do nothing. "I can't!" The shriek in her head was all she could hear. "I can't!" And when her sister screamed, Jane started to run. She ran, but the screams chased her. They followed as she fled the room and ran to her own, where she wrapped her breasts, shed her dress, and pulled on Chaussier's tunic and cloak. The screams did not cease. They trailed her as she ran out of the castle gate and out onto the road, cascading one after the other, as if the baby were clawing its way out of her sister's belly. She didn't stop running until